Benjamin Sweeney and Clyde Bank Business. Lean Six Sigma QuickStart Guide. The simplified beginner's guide to Lean Six Sigma. In every organization, whether it's a global manufacturer or a small service provider, things can go wrong. Products come out flawed, tasks take too long, customers get frustrated, and valuable time or resources are wasted. Often, these problems are rooted in systems that don't run as smoothly or reliably as they could. That's when it's important to find a structured method of improvement. But, with so many approaches out there, knowing where to begin can feel like its own challenge. One of the most widely respected and adopted frameworks for fixing broken processes and improving quality is Lean Six Sigma. This approach blends the waste reduction focus of Lean with the precision-driven quality control of Six Sigma. Together, they offer a powerful set of tools and principles that help organizations cut costs, raise standards, and deliver better results with fewer headaches. In this blink, you'll learn the basics of Lean and Six Sigma, how they complement each other, and why they work. You'll also explore how reducing variation, using data, and eliminating waste lead to lasting improvement. To begin, let's look at what exactly Six Sigma is, and why reducing variation is such a powerful goal. Reducing variation can revolutionize quality. Most businesses rely on consistency, but few have a reliable way to measure or manage variation. That's where Six Sigma comes in. Developed at Motorola in the 1980s, Six Sigma is a data-driven system for improving quality by identifying and eliminating flaws in business processes. Since its inception, it's become a global standard for reducing errors and boosting reliability, saving billions for companies that use it well. At its core, Six Sigma aims to minimize defects. Anything that fails to meet customer expectations, whether that's a late delivery or a faulty part. The benchmark is ambitious, fewer than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. Achieving this requires a deep focus on statistical analysis, especially standard deviation, referred to as sigma, which measures how much variation a process produces. The lower the variation, the more consistent the outcome. Six Sigma uses two structured improvement models, DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, is used to fix existing processes by identifying root causes and making sustainable changes. DMADV, define, measure, analyze, design, and verify, is for creating new processes or products, building in quality from the start. Six Sigma can be applied across industries, from manufacturing to finance to healthcare, but it demands full organizational buy-in. It's a toolkit that requires a shift in how decisions are made and how performance is measured. This deep reliance on measurement leads naturally to the next question. What data matters and how should it be collected and used? Data is the heart of better processes. To understand how Six Sigma improves processes and reduces waste, you need to start with how it uses data. Data is the foundation for how decisions are made, but not all data is the same, and collecting it the right way is where the real work begins. There are two main types of data. Continuous data covers things you can measure on a scale, like time, temperature, or cost, anything that can be broken down further if needed. Discrete data, on the other hand, is made up of individual values, like the number of customer complaints or whether a product passed or failed. It can also include categories like color or satisfaction levels. This helps teams choose the best way to gather and analyze information. Six Sigma frames every business process as a series of inputs, actions, and outputs. Inputs, like materials or timing, feed into the process, and the output is what you deliver to the customer. The method emphasizes monitoring the inputs closely because that's where problems tend to begin. When issues in inputs are spotted early, they can be fixed before they turn into larger problems down the line. Planning how to collect data is a major part of the approach. That includes deciding which metrics to focus on, setting clear definitions for how to measure them, and making sure the data is collected consistently. Practical tools like check sheets and clear role assignments help keep the process manageable. Sampling is used to save time without losing accuracy, especially in ongoing processes where reviewing everything would be too slow. The payoff is clear. With well-planned data collection and smart analysis, you can understand what's really happening inside your business, giving you a head start on fixing what's not working. While Six Sigma focuses on precision through data, Lean takes a complementary approach, targeting waste and inefficiency to streamline how work gets done. Let's look at that next. Cutting waste and building smarter systems. Lean production is a method built around a simple question. Where is effort being wasted? Instead of squeezing more out of people or equipment, it focuses on eliminating anything that doesn't directly contribute to customer value. Originally developed from the Toyota production system, it's a flexible approach used far beyond car manufacturing, in hospitals, offices, and tech companies, wherever efficiency and quality matter. At the core of Lean are three types of waste: physical waste, uneven workflows, and overloaded systems. These are known by their Japanese names: muda, mura, and muri. Muda refers to wasteful activities that add no value, like overproducing goods or waiting for parts to arrive. Even underused employee skills are counted as waste, not because they slow production down, but because they represent missed chances for innovation and improvement. Mura is about inconsistency. When work arrives in unpredictable bursts, it causes delays and downtime. Muri means asking too much of people or machines, which can lead to breakdowns or mistakes. Lean is about building a culture of continuous improvement, known as Kaizen. Instead of chasing big, sweeping changes, Kaizen encourages steady, small-scale updates to how things are done. This can involve everything from redesigning a workstation to changing how information flows through a team. It's supported by a method known as PDCA: plan, do, check, adjust. A cycle that helps teams test ideas, measure results, and make refinements part of everyday work. Simplicity plays a big role too. The fewer moving parts in a process, the easier it is to monitor, maintain, and improve. Lean also depends on visibility. Unless waste can be seen and tracked, it's unlikely to be addressed. That's why clear layouts, open communication, and responsive supply chains are essential. Altogether, Lean provides a structured but adaptable way to reduce waste, improve quality, and keep businesses agile and competitive. But recognizing waste is only the first step. Putting Lean into practice means using the right tools to see and solve problems where they actually occur. Making Lean work on the ground. Turning Lean from a philosophy into practice means learning how to see problems differently. As you've seen, Lean is about reducing anything that doesn't add value, but that only works with the right tools to spot waste in real time and act on it. From how products move through a space to how quickly machines are set up, these tools give teams practical ways to make smarter decisions faster. One of the biggest shifts is moving from forecast-based production to making only what's needed, when it's needed. Known as pull production, this system relies on actual customer demand to trigger action. It's more responsive, but only works if production lines can switch tasks quickly and inventories stay lean. This is made possible through rapid setup techniques, ways to minimize the time and effort needed to change production tasks, and just-in-time delivery, where materials arrive exactly when needed by cutting the time and cost of switching gears between orders. To make all of this visible, Lean uses simple but powerful visual tools. A process map lays out every step in a task so teams can see where delays or confusion are happening. A SIPOC diagram, suppliers, inputs, process, outputs, customers, captures the big picture. Who supplies what gets done with it, and who receives the result. A spaghetti plot shows the actual movement of people or items through a workspace, often revealing loops, backtracking, or wasted effort that wouldn't be obvious otherwise. For more complex systems, value stream maps layer on data like timing, material flow, and communication, making it easier to spot duplication or delays across entire product lines. Keeping things running smoothly also depends on clean, well-organized work areas. The 5S method: sort, segregate, shine, standardize, and self-discipline provides clear, practical routines that support focus, safety, and efficiency. Total productive maintenance builds on that by keeping machines in reliable working order through shared, routine care instead of waiting for breakdowns. Taken together, these methods help teams respond faster, work cleaner, and cut waste before it adds up. Together, Lean and Six Sigma form a sharper, customer-focused strategy. Let's look at this combination in the next section. Making process improvement smarter and more customer-focused. Combining the strengths of Lean and Six Sigma creates a powerful approach to improving how businesses work. Lean brings efficiency by eliminating waste and focusing on value, while Six Sigma contributes precision through data-driven analysis and quality control. When used together, they selectively blend into a focused strategy called Lean Six Sigma. This approach is about choosing the right tools for the job based on the needs of the organization. One of the central features of this hybrid model is its focus on the customer from the very start. Instead of assuming what people want, teams gather what's called voice of the customer data, real feedback about needs, expectations, and pain points. This can come from interviews, observations, focus groups, or surveys, and it's used to identify what really matters. Once collected, that information is refined to create clear and measurable targets known as critical to quality requirements, helping teams design products and services that actually meet expectations rather than guessing at them. To make this data even more useful, organizations sort customer needs into 3 categories. First, basic expectations must be met to avoid dissatisfaction. Then, performance features make people more or less satisfied depending on how well they work. And unexpected extras, called delighters, can give a product or service a big advantage even if customers never asked for them. When things go wrong, Lean Six Sigma provides a set of cause-finding tools to uncover why. These range from simple techniques like asking why repeatedly to structured diagrams that map contributing factors and software-driven statistical comparisons that reveal hidden patterns. Alongside these, there are tools for understanding complex systems and finding the right levers to pull. The result is a methodical, customer-led system for making smart decisions and real improvements without wasting time, energy, or resources. But for Lean Six Sigma to make a lasting difference, it must become part of how an organization operates, woven into culture, leadership, and day-to-day routines. Building Lean Six Sigma into the way work gets done. Putting Lean Six Sigma into action involves a full shift in how a company thinks, operates, and measures success. This change begins with a clear reason to do things differently. When losses from poor quality start cutting deep or competitors take the lead, that's when the case for change becomes undeniable. And that's when Lean Six Sigma can do its best work. Successful implementation starts with strong leadership and a clear business case grounded in facts. Once that's in place, expert guidance can make the difference between spinning wheels and making real progress. Seasoned coaches help organizations skip unnecessary trial and error by tailoring best practices to real business needs. Their role is to shape culture, boost motivation, and help staff see the bigger picture. Equally important is teaching the method the right way. That means building a culture of continuous improvement and aligning roles with Six Sigma's tools. Getting everyone, from frontline workers to executives, invested and trained is essential. When the whole organization speaks the same language and shares the same goals, real change becomes possible. To keep momentum, leaders need to focus attention where it counts. That means listening to customers, translating their expectations into specific quality targets, and ensuring these targets support wider business goals. Ownership and accountability should be built into every level. Clear responsibilities give people pride in their contributions and drive long-term commitment. Measurement also needs to be meaningful. Data should reveal useful trends, highlight variation, and guide improvement, not overwhelm with noise. And while much of this effort starts at the top, recognition has to reach the ground floor. Celebrating real contributions gives people a reason to care, and when people care, better results tend to follow. Still, even the most well-integrated system has limits. Understanding where Lean Six Sigma can stumble is key to applying it wisely. When improvement frameworks fall short. Lean Six Sigma is widely respected for helping organizations cut waste and improve quality, but it isn't immune to limitations. Understanding where things go wrong can be just as important as learning how the system works. Both Lean and Six Sigma have weaknesses that surface in real-world use, and knowing what they are can help prevent missteps and unrealistic expectations. Six Sigma, in particular, has been criticized for being highly specialized and sometimes disconnected from broader business needs. It works best with well-defined, repeatable processes, but struggles in creative or less structured environments, like marketing or product design. The training requirements are steep, and advanced roles often demand full-time attention to Six Sigma projects. For smaller businesses, that kind of time and resource commitment may simply not be feasible. Bringing in external consultants can help, but not every company is willing or able to take that route, and without skilled guidance, adoption can stall. Even among staff, the system's statistical foundation can seem overly complex or intimidating without proper context and communication. Lean comes with its own challenges. The core idea, reducing waste and improving flow, sounds simple, but implementation can easily fall flat if it's driven only from the top down. When frontline workers aren't involved in identifying problems and solutions, improvements tend to be superficial. Another issue is that some organizations approach Lean like a fixed recipe, expecting every tool to work in every situation. But Lean's real strength lies in tailoring its principles to fit the unique shape of each business. The same goes for culture. The most effective Lean programs embrace Kaizen, that belief in steady, continuous improvement. Skipping this and just applying tools without that mindset misses the point and the potential. What works better is using Lean and Six Sigma together with care, drawing on their strengths selectively and building a system that actually fits how the business works and what it needs. In this Blink to Lean Six Sigma QuickStart Guide by Benjamin Sweeney and Clydebank Business, you've learned that Lean Six Sigma offers a practical, proven way to improve how work gets done. By reducing variation and eliminating waste, it helps organizations deliver higher quality with greater efficiency. It relies on data, not guesswork, and brings structure to everything from product design to customer service. But success takes leadership, teamwork, and a shared commitment to doing better every day. When applied with focus and flexibility, this approach can solve problems and raise the standard for what's possible. Okay, that's it for this Blink. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating. We always appreciate your feedback. See you in the next Blink.